starting this YouTube channel just under a year ago was a big deal for me, and it's something that I never really imagined myself doing. Even a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I never really had the vision of becoming a YouTuber and sitting down and sitting in front of this scary black lens, and this video could go out to anyone in the world, anyone could watch it at any time. It's just not really something that I imagined myself doing, particularly with how I grew up being quite shy, anxious. If anyone knows me, they probably would have said he'll be no good at this, and maybe some of you still have that kind of thought in their mind that I'm not very good at this, whatever it may be. But this video, I wanted to talk about expectations. And for me, when I started this YouTube game, despite, like I say, lacking that evidence that I would be any good at YouTube, that talking on camera would be good for me, because I was just not that guy. Like, if you go back to my first video, you can probably see me stuttering and just looking very nervous. And maybe I still do now. Maybe you think I haven't grown that much, but from what I've seen in myself, I know I'm a lot better at this now, and I can talk quite confidently on camera. And also when it comes to my personal life, I'm a lot better in social situations now. I can just speak quite easily without having to kind of think and worry about what I'm going to say, if I'm going to mess up my words and stuff like this. But this video is not about my journey really or anything like that. This video I wanted to make about expectations, and I see a lot of young guys in particular have this expectation, or maybe it's just kind of a dream or the ambition to be successful by 30. And obviously what you define as success is subjective to you, is what you define as success. But a lot of people will look at it in terms of money, and that they want to be a millionaire by the age of 30. And I think for the average guy, that this is just not very realistic. Like, even if you are someone who's, maybe you're watching this, you're still 16 and you're starting your own business, and it could really scale and become massive and you could make a lot of money. But for the average guy, I just don't think the chances of you becoming a millionaire are probably like 0.01%, 0.0 something percent. And to have that, I think it's always good. I like the ambition, and I like when people try and do something a bit different with their life. They don't go down the traditional route, normal job, doing all the stuff that society tells you to do. So I find that very admirable, and I would always advise you to just do that and chase what feels purposeful for you. But I look back now, and when I started this YouTube channel, I remember setting some goals. I did all these goals, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 5 years, 10 years, all written on my wall, and I'd look at them every day, and I'd kind of use that as some like manifestation, visualization kind of guide for myself. And I look back now, and I remember one of the main ones for the first year was to get to 10,000 subscribers. And you can see by looking at this channel, I haven't quite reached that level yet. I'm sure it will come one day, and I'm never going to kind of give up with this until I've fulfilled this layer and done what I need to do within the men's kind of lifestyle and self-improvement space. I will never quit on that. But I'm not saying I'm not unhappy with what I've achieved. I look now, and I'm very grateful for hitting over 500 subscribers. I think that is big for me, from where I came from starting this channel from nothing, no previous experience of YouTube. Like, when I look back at the first videos I made, it was very much kind of just a hit and just try and see what kind of sticks. And as a start, the first 3-4 months, it was very difficult, and I just didn't really know what I was doing. I kind of was just talking about stuff that I was struggling with and just uploading it and maybe hoping someone would kind of resonate. But obviously there's a lot of videos and a lot of other guys doing a similar type of thing. Their videos were a lot better than me, and I understand, like, YouTube is a very difficult game. There's no guarantee you're going to be success, and it takes time, and I feel like you learn. I feel like the first year is a massive learning curve. But I didn't want to make this video just about YouTube and what to expect and my journey or anything like that. Becoming a millionaire at 30, for me, I don't think that should be a good goal that you kind of set to achieve, because I feel like there's 2 layers to this, and the first part is that it is not that realistic for you to achieve this. Like, if you are not someone who has their own business that has probably chances are you're going to need a bit of luck. When it becomes to entrepreneurship, I do think you do tend to make your own luck in a lot of life, but I think you're going to have to rely on a bit of luck to become very successful in terms of financially by the age of 30. And also, if you don't have your own business from like a normal job, it's pretty much impossible to become a millionaire by 30. It's pretty much impossible to become a millionaire in life, working a normal job without saving and investing and reinvesting and all of this stuff, unless you have a job that you're earning 100k a year plus. Then yes, maybe it's achievable 10-15 years down the line, but for the average guy it's just not achievable. But the second part that I want to talk about, which is probably more interesting that I think is to talk about, and you should probably bear in mind that for me this will be the best part of the journey. I will look back at this, recording these videos for you, and probably thinking like, this is a load of shit. What is this guy talking about? His videos aren't good, he doesn't have a clue. And it's that uncertainty and that excitement of the journey. Like, it is all about the journey and not the destination. And I've been so key on this, and I do look back and I really appreciate what I'm doing now, trying hard to level up my life, whether it comes this YouTube business type of thing that I'm on, and my fitness journey, how much I've achieved in 2-3 years of hitting the gym consistency, finances, investing, all of this stuff, improving my mental health, improving my social skills, my relationships, all of these types of things that I struggled with throughout my life. I didn't really know where to start, and I'm on that transition period of my life, and I've not got there yet. But when you do achieve it, you'll be like, oh, right, okay. I don't think, like, when I've achieved certain goals, whether it be like fitness or getting to like a level of money where I'm like comfortable, then it doesn't really feel that good. And I feel like if you just do everything and try and get as much money as you possibly can by 30, then you're going to be left a bit unfilled, and you don't want to be like a guy who's just retired at like 30 or even younger. Like, there's a couple of examples out there. A lot of people look at someone like Iman Gadzhi, and I do think Iman Gadzhi is a good role model in some ways to follow. A lot of people will give him stick, a lot of people really like his stuff, but for me he's an outlier, and he started his journey at 15, 16. Like, how many of us knew the stuff that he knew at 15? Like, a lot of us were not doing that type of stuff. A lot of us were fucking around, playing video games, jacking off, all of this types of just bad habits, wasting time. Didn't have a clue what to do with our life. I didn't even have like a part-time job at that age. I wasn't doing anything. Didn't have a clue where to start. And we always look back, including myself, and be like, I should have started this journey. I wish I found self-improvement. I wish I started taking action with my life. And we can all say this, but we didn't know this, and we can't do anything about it, and we've got to be grateful for discovering it at whatever age it is you are now. I'm 22 and I'm still quite young. I've got time to make up, but yeah, it's just one of those situations where you wish you knew it but you don't, and everything is compounding. So for me, I started this journey when I was around 20 years old. I went through kind of a rough breakup, and I was not really happy with what I wanted, where I was in life. I was just struggling a lot mentally. I feel that I just wasn't happy in myself, and I had so many down days, and I really did struggle with my mental health, and I just felt I didn't like my appearance. I didn't like who I was inside and out, and I just came across this content, and I feel like now I've been doing this for a couple of years, I'm starting to see results, especially within like my body, and also now it's been almost a year with this YouTube channel. I'm starting to see a small kind of increase in that, get my fruits from my labour of putting in the work consistently. And this is what you've got to bear in mind. Like, it depends when you start. You see someone like Iman, who started this at 15, 16. He's now 23, I think, 24. He's been doing this for like 8 years, and that's why he's become so successful. He is a millionaire, plus maybe probably be a billionaire. And it's just like, for you to say that you can achieve this if you're like 21, 22, maybe even a bit older, of course it's possible. I don't want to put you off. I don't want to be that guy who's being negative, because I know there's enough people out there that try and drag us down, and we don't want to see any more of that. But I just think you should probably be set a bit of a longer time scale, because like one of the best quotes I've heard is people will overestimate what they can achieve in 1 year but underestimate what they can achieve in 5 and 10 years. And like I say, with my goals that I set, 10k subscribers, earning like 5k a month, and all of this stuff that I set, that I thought at that time I could achieve with that kind of level of arrogance, it's just not really very realistic. Yes, of course it's possible, but in terms of realistic, I don't think it was. And I feel like what I could achieve in 3 to 5 years with this channel, with the money, especially investing, and my body, is probably stuff that I can't even fathom right now. It's not even realistic in my mind, but you would be really surprised of what you can achieve. But I think my overall message that I want to give you in this video is that you need to just, it's kind of that cringy old saying, is to just enjoy the journey you're on now. Because when you were putting in this work, when you're being consistent every single day, it's very hard for you to not become successful in whatever it is in life that you're going for. You're putting in the work every single day, dedicating yourself, not going off the plan, then it's pretty much inevitable, guys. Like it's that you will become successful, whether it be a 1 year, 3 years. There's just a time lag. You've probably already achieved it, but just time hasn't caught up to you yet. And that's what you need to bear in mind, and enjoy this, and you will become successful. But having that goal of becoming a millionaire at 30 or 25, financially free, just enjoy it, because you will achieve it. And you don't want to get to that age, because how many people do we know who are that age and they've already retired? Of course, once you get to that kind of level, you can then go on and do different things, but you've got a long time to achieve financial freedom. So don't put like such a short time scale on it and then be pissed off with yourself when you don't achieve that. But yeah, that's all I have. I think I need to go now, so that's what I have for today. If you want to work one-on-one with me, with my coaching, personally, whatever it may be, relationships, finances, fitness, all of this type of stuff, link will be below. And I've got a 15-minute consultation too, if you want something a lot more personal to you, which we could work in person and all of that stuff. I'll leave a link to find out more information about that below. But yeah, that's all I have for today. What are your thoughts on becoming a millionaire by 30? For me, I think it shouldn't be a goal that you should be looking for. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Take care.